prepare a reef fish called Nabeta. One, Eric couldn't help himself eating. That's pan-fried whole. And then also my keto recipe using panko. That's actually pork rinds. Woohoo! So this reef fish has a pretty thick slime coat. And the way you want to get that off is by the way I learned in Alaska with salmon bellies is putting in a bag of water and then adding some vinegar to it. It can be any sort of vinegar, rice vinegar, apple cider vinegar, or regular vinegar, doesn't matter. But I've been having these soak in here and you can see that it's actually really got that slime coat off of there. Now I'm going to take the vinegar off. I'm going to wash them with fresh water and then dry them off. So this is a really simple method of cooking nabetta. It only has these ingredients: butter, garlic, salt, shoyu, and pepper. So we're going to take the 2 tablespoons of butter and put it in our pan that's been heating. You want it on a medium heat. We're going to let that melt first.
Alright gang, so now we're going to gut the nabetta and leave the scales and the head on. These smaller ones, you can leave the scales on and they get nice and crispy. The bigger ones, I would recommend taking them off. So it's just a little incision here, all the way up. And then you cut through the gills here, both sides. Make sure you cut all the way through. There's going to be bones. And then you can simply open it up. And then all the guts and everything can come out. So once we got it all gutted, gills also, you just rinse it under the fresh water. Get any remnants, any blood out. Just give it a quick rinse.
And if your nabetta is too big, you can take the head off if you want. We're going to add 3 slits to the fish to make sure it cooks on the inside and give it that flavor. Now we're going to add spices directly to our fish. So we're going to cover it in pepper, salt, and garlic for both sides. Okay, our butter is hot enough. You can test by flicking some water in, but basically you want it to start hearing that frying when you put it in. You don't want it too hot because the butter will burn. Okay, so our nabetta's been cooking for 4 minutes. We're going to go ahead and flip it. And we want to make sure we get that scales nice and crispy and cooked all the way. Oh, look at that, looks good. Alright, our nabetta is nice and fried, crispy, skin. We're going to put it over some rice. And pour with shoyu over.
After frying it, you can see that the scales became nice and crispy, and it's almost like a natural breading. So, eat up. All right, this is Christy's first time eating nabetta with the scales.
Ooh.
Looks like fried chicken.
It's so good. It has this crisp It's so good.
Alright.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you the non-traditional way that I made up today, and it's really delicious. So it's going to be a keto recipe for all you keto eaters out there. But first we're going to take out the guts like we did before. Alright, so we've gutted our fish. We left the gills in, however. You don't need to take them out. We're going to be filleting this fish. So basically what I start off with is making a cut right here along the side of the gills. Deep all the way down to the spine. I'm going to go along the spine and make sure I cut right above this fin. Down. All the way down. The scales are a little bit tough. And then near the tail, I'm just going to go all the way through above the spine and slide it. So now I'm going to use my knife against the bone. Just gently work my way down against the ribs. And once I get to the spine, I'm going to start going downwards a little bit, making sure I go over those rib cage bones. And I cut through. Okay, now we're going to cut the bottom all the way along the edge. There you have it. Cut the belly meat off. So now I'm going to take the tail part and I'm going to lay my knife really flat and put a lot of pressure and start going back and forth. This is going to take the meat off the skin, but you have to have a lot of pressure for this fish since it's a small fish. Yeah. There's our meat. Now if you feel along the spine, you can feel these pin bones in here, so we're just going to quickly cut those out. I can feel it stops right here, so I'm just going to make 2 cuts on either side of that. Okay. Now I can cut down the middle and just make some nice deep fry pieces. And now I'm going to show you my super secret, amazing, easy keto recipe for deep frying fish. It's going to make your fish taste like
Butterfly shrimp.
butterfly shrimp.
Popcorn chicken.
Alright.
You name it.
So the first thing you want to do is coat your fish in almond flour. There's enough natural juices that it will stick. And then we're going to take our fish and lightly dip it in the egg. And then we have shredded pork rinds right here. This is the secret ingredient. So good.
Looks like chicken.
Great, we have the oil up to 375 degrees. We're going to put our pieces in. And we're going to cook them for a few minutes till golden brown. I like to go like 3 minutes. There we go. Alright, our fish looks golden brown. Perfect. There's your popcorn nabetta.
Nabetta.
You can use this keto recipe for any fish you like that's good for deep frying.